never recorded anything like this because I don't feel comfortable recording when I'm dealing with this kind of stuff, but I just feel like I should. I have a secondary condition to what I have. It's a type of nerve condition that you only get secondary if you have a pain condition. You don't just have it on your own. I don't really totally know the pronunciation for it, but I think it's pronounced allodynia. But what it is a severe sensitivity issue where just light touch or changes in anything can be really, really painful. And aside from me having to deal with really a lot of sensitivity to hot and cold, it causes this weird problem with me where having clothing on my body, my upper part of my body where I have all my pain, is really uncomfortable. I have to literally not wear shirts half the time. Because just it laying on my body or touching me or whatever, it literally feels like it weighs like 50 pounds and that it's really tight and constrictive. And this shirt is not that constrictive. But I can't stand wearing it right now. I am literally crying like this because of how uncomfortable it is. And it's cold in here right now. And I need to wear a shirt. And it's just, it's so hard to explain because how do you explain to somebody that your clothing hurts? You know, how do you explain to somebody that your back and your neck hurts because your shirt is weird? And I feel totally alone dealing with this. Like, I have 7 blankets that are layered on my bed over my foam padding because I have to have that much softness on my bed and whatnot. And even then, if my mattress or anything sinks in any kind of a way and I can feel it, I can't sleep and it feels like I'm on rocks. I just call it Princess and the Pea syndrome because literally one little damn thing and it's not like I can ignore it or anything like that. I've been trying to go about my business this morning. I've been trying to do what I can. Look at my shoulders are up like this because I can't. Everything is reacting, like that's all I keep doing is pulling like this and pulling, and a lot of the time I have my hand on the back of my shirt like this, trying to pull it, because the moment I feel it lay down and touch against my back, my muscles tense up in a lot of weird ways and are just reacting to it. That doesn't even make sense to me. Like, I know what it feels like, but describing it makes me feel like I'm completely insane. I feel like I'm crazy. Most of the time I can't wear shirts. And the fact that I'm alone a lot of the time, or it's just me and my husband, that's not a big deal, you know, but I'm always having to have like a sweater or something near me just in case somebody else comes in the room so I can quickly put a shirt on or something. And, you know, it's starting to get warm, so that's not so bad, but just a lot of the time I just want to be able to wear clothes. I have a very small amount of clothing I can wear now. I have so much clothing that I've had to just pack up in my closet because it'll either be too tight or just. I literally had to stop doing that because it got to a point where like 3 or 4 times in a row I ended up getting a migraine where I was throwing up because my shirt was tight in a certain way. Like, it's not something I ever noticed before. It ever bothered me, and now like all I have to wear is like really baggy light clothing and stuff all the time because if it has any tightness on me whatsoever, it's a little cool this morning and I just want to wear a shirt, you know? I just want to wear a damn shirt. And my pain is increasing. My nerve pain and everything is increasing right now. And my muscles and my shoulders, everything are scrunching up into little knots right now because I won't take this damn shirt off. And that's the thing is if I pull it away, I can pull it the area behind it stops hurting, but as soon as it's go, I just literally felt everything knot back up because I let it fall back on there. And just, I have no idea how to deal with this. I don't know how to deal with a lot of things I deal with. Having chronic pain is difficult as it is, but when you've got very unique problems like I do, it's hard. It's really, really hard. I have fibromyalgia, and it is, for me, I do deal with muscle tension, but a majority of what I deal with and whatnot is before I became disabled, before I had a heat stroke, and that was it for me. I was a very, very active, damn shirt. I was a very active person, and then I got really sick and basically didn't move for several months, and my muscles atrophied, and over the 6 years of me being disabled like this, I understand why I have severe muscle weakness, and it really hurts for me. Sometimes I'll pull a muscle just reaching for a piece of toilet paper. And I know for me, what's going to help is trying to create a routine of exercise and stretching very gently, just to, like a person who's been in a coma or who hasn't moved something for a while. But because my nerves are so sensitive, and I deal with a lot of somatic pain, which is pain that is, it's when the mind takes depression and anxiety and interprets it as pain. And since I deal with both of those really badly, it's constantly, my brain constantly thinks I'm in pain. It doesn't know the difference anymore. It's conditioned to it by a lot of bad things. It's not like I just had an accident. I've had to move a lot. I've had a lot of horrible emotional things happen. So, it's if it's something like that where I can't, where I don't have a lot of control over it, then that's the way that my brain is going to interpret it, and then that's the way that it's going to be expressed. And before I started dealing with this, I already have a lot of pain sensitivity anyways. I'm already kind of a wiener, and after developing this is my entire life. Everything hurts all the time, and just combined with the fact that everything hurts and the fact that everything is so weak all the time, all efforts I've put over the past, sorry, I can't stand this, all efforts I've put over the past 6 years trying to do something, I just fail at everything. Anything I've ever tried to do to make myself better, I failed at, because I'll last 3 days, even if something gentle like stretching or walking, and then I'll just crash because my body can't, it's just all weak and crappy. I want to believe that I will find the right thing, that if I can just push past that third day and just keep going, eventually my body will rebuild itself. But this doesn't look very skinny. This doesn't look so bad and whatnot, just my arm and stuff, but before this happened to me, before I weighed probably, I need to stop blowing my nose, it's gross. I weighed about 25 more pounds than I do now, and I lost about 3 inches or so off of my body. I can see my cheekbones all the time, and I'm not going to go down the line because I'll just get really upset, but the fact that I went from, I had a life. I had a life, and I rode my bike across the city to go where I needed to go, and I had friends, and I did things, and I was a dancer, and I had a life, and now I'm in a position where I'm crying in pain in the morning because my shirt is hurting me. And I can barely walk. I can't run to save my life. If I had to run, I would probably die. I can't even do that. And I pull everything easily, and I get hurt very easily. And because I am always in pain, I don't have a lot of an appetite. It's why I'm so little, and I'm sick and nauseated all the time. Only in the past year and a half have I been in a chronic pain program. That's how long it took me to even find a doctor that understood anything that I was talking about and took me seriously and actually gave me any help. And also the fact that, I know I have my choice on how I want to take care of my pain, but I, uh, I, I immediately saw a lot of the issues with painkillers and with the opioid crisis and with addiction to that, and so I opted out of that, and I purely use cannabis to be able to take care of what I deal with, and I know that has its pros and cons, and the cons of it may be it may not help in the way that painkillers do, but with what I deal with, I would have to be taking so many pills a day, and I'm really little, and stuff affects me really easily, and I just would be trashing all of my organs. And even if I did manage to find a way to get through this condition, then I would have the addiction to the pills to deal with afterwards, because addiction runs very heavily in my family. So I'm okay with the fact that I use just cannabis for it, but well, it's not covered by insurance, so I have to pay for it constantly, and that's expensive. And nobody ever thinks that they're gonna have something happen to them that's gonna take their life away. So I don't want to say I was taking advantage of certain things in life, but I would give anything not to have my old life back. That's not what I'm saying. I would give anything to just be a basic normal person. Somebody who I'm just talking the like if I could go somewhere and trade in my body and get a new one, I don't need the deluxe. I just want the basic model, what I had before. Yes, I miss dancing and performing and making costumes and going to conventions and doing all that, but the things that I really, really miss, I miss wearing normal clothing. I miss not being tired all the time and not being in pain. I miss exercise. I used to like to stretch and do yoga a lot, and I can't. If I hear a loud noise, I have to fight every instinct I have to whip my head and look at it, because if I do, I can pull a muscle in my neck and hurt myself. I just want to be basic. I just want to be normal. And I can go from there. I don't like the fact that I am dealing with so much pain right now in my goddamn arm. And the fact that it's made me feel nauseated, and it is because I am wearing a shirt. And that my body this morning decided I don't want to wear the shirt. Having chronic pain is like having everything in you become a toddler, and you have to find a way to appease it, because that's what it is half the time. You know, are we going to wear a shirt? No. But it's cold. No. No shirt. You need to wear the shirt. No. And it's not like I can just put the shirt on my... Like, I'm going to have to take this off pretty soon. Because it's hurt. Like, I have to have my arm bent like this right now because it is hurting my damn shoulder. And I want to... If I don't deal with it, then my shoulder will lock up and I'll have to deal with this all day long. I am so sad right now. I really am. I'm really sad. I hate this. This is the worst thing that ever happened to me. It really is. I was doing hot yoga to improve my health, and I did a class in a room that was unfortunately improperly heated. And some other people were affected too, but because I'm really tiny and I had a heat stroke and I never recovered from it. It took my life away. It was 6 years ago last month. It took my life away. I was literally, from that day, I was never the same again. And I just want to try to find some kind of way to fix this, because I don't have much of a life. You know, this thing with the pandemic has not been so bad for me. I mean, I'm scared for my health, but this has not been so bad for me because this is how I live my life anyways. I'm inside a lot. I don't go out. I can't do anything. But I wish I had the ability to, you know? It's not like when this stuff changes that anything's going to be much different for me. I'm still going to be like this, and I'm still going to be the same. So, anyways, like I said, I don't film ever if I'm like this, mainly because usually I'm just trying to focus on that. And I will admit this has been a little bit distracting, which is nice, but I also acknowledge at the same time that one, my arm is pinned like this. I can maybe wiggle this finger, but the rest of it is totally stuck right now from tension. And also the fact that the past like 5 minutes I've been talking, my stomach has been making very loud, horrible growling noises from the nausea. And I also feel like I'm going to throw up, so. Because of a shirt. That was the whole point of me filming this right now. I am like this right now because I'm wearing a shirt. That's what it's like to have a chronic pain illness and to have severe nerve sensitivity and problems. Like, my jaw right now is starting to tense up a little bit. It's so I don't puke, but it's because of a shirt. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Oh shit. Yeah, I definitely need to go now.